Hey guys, Woody here with Express Screen. Today I'm just going to be showing y'all all the different kinds of frames that we have for the MiScreen. Obviously this is the starter frame that I'm going to be showing y'all how to put the tape on and stretch it and everything. And then I got these two cardboard frames. These actually come in packs of 5. They come nested just like this, like you see there. And these frames are both great options. These are the frames that you want for the exposure. You can use them as carrier frames if you want to use one of the other frames later in this video, or you can print with them, or you can also insert them into this clamp frame I got here that I'll show you in a minute. First off, getting started, we'll show you how to apply the tape. It's a nice double stick tape we got here. Just make sure you're getting it down right on the edge there. You want it just inside of that, or just outside of the printable area in here. Cut that. Peel that up. Oh. There we go, one side done. Just move around, do this with every single side. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Got the second side done there. Third side. And this tape, it makes it pretty easy to peel off that. Maybe I spoke too soon, but tape makes it pretty quick, pretty easy to just peel that right off. Just one more side, then I'll show y'all how we stretch these. There you go, all 4 sides done. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Now we got our mesh right here. Shiny side to the sticky side. That's what you want to remember with the mesh. I'm gonna start at the bottom here. And how I like to do this, just pull it to as far to the sides as you can. Press it down on the sides. Get it up to the top. And like I'm saying, I am pulling laterally when I adhere this to our frame here. So now I got the 2 top and bottom done. Again, pull to the outside. You want to pull right on those corners. Pull to the corners is it's a good rule of thumb for when you're stretching these frames. As you can see, this tape is super sticky, and I've got some little wrinkles right there. How I like to get those out, whichever side the wrinkles are on, just peel that up a little bit, stretch it back out again. And just like that, no wrinkles in there, pretty quick, pretty easy. Now I'll show y'all how we use these clamp frames together with these, with the traditional MiScreen frame. So these clearly, they have these little teeth that you're seeing right there. And so that's what pulls on the mesh and gives you that extra tension. So you just want to place that there, place here, and this one's just flat. Place that on the other side. And once you've got those in, where you want them and everything. You're just gonna put these clamps on every side that is not going into the press. Once you're on the press, that locking it into the press is actually gonna act as your fourth clamp, essentially. There we go. Got that side on. This side's good to go. So yeah, like I said, once I got all these on, you got a much tighter frame there, and all I need is that bottom clamp into the frame, and I'll be ready to go. So these are our clamp frames and just the typical frames that you're going to use to expose with the MiScreen. Getting into some of the other frames that we offer, we have this roller frame right here. Pretty easy to use, pretty simple. It is a little bit taller than the MiScreen. So essentially what you just want to do is when you're taping that mesh on there, just leave yourself a little mesh at the end or at the front. You won't be able to expose with it, but you'll still have that full piece of mesh for putting into this frame if that's something you're looking at doing. So here's our mesh. You're gonna go shiny side up with this mesh. That's a important differentiating factor there. And I like to use a piece of tape just to help myself out, make sure I've got everything kind of lock in one or two sides before I get going with the actual stretching. So I just want to get this centered where I like it. So yeah, that's about where I want it. I'm just going to tape down this top side. Probably tape down the other side too, and then get going with the stretching. There we go. Now, in order to stretch these, I've got these silicone little strings or strands we got here, and all I have to do is place those into these little grooves that they go into. And I'm just gonna place it on top of there, kind of push it in a little bit just to get it started. I'm gonna do that on all four sides before I really start stretching this out. Don't quite have that one centered. There we go, that's a little more centered. Do my smaller ones up here. And once you've got this done, you don't really need that tape anymore. You can take that right off. And so now, got this little roller tool. This is what you're gonna use to really push that gasket down in order to get that to stretch. And you're actually going to use this first gasket is pretty much, or this first little silicone bit is pretty much just to ensure that your mesh is going to stay where you want it. It's to lock it down into that, to lock it down into the frame, whereas this second one is what's going to really help you out with the tension and give you that extra bit that you're looking for. And if I got a little poking out right there at the end, that's totally fine. That's not going to affect anything. It's not going to make this harder for me. It's all okay there. Just going to make sure this side's all the way down the way we want it to be. That's all the way locked in there. Now we do the top and the bottom. Just press it in. And as you can see, this is a pretty easy, pretty simple way of stretching screens. It's actually, the reason we call it the screen door frame is it's the exact same mechanics that a screen door frame uses. So that's a easy way to remember what it is and how it works. And if you need a screen door, these things work the same way as them. There we go, got that locked in. Now it's time for the second ones that we're putting in there. And like I said, this is where you're really gonna see that tension starting to pull. Just 2 more sides, or 3 more sides after this one. And just like that, we are about to have a screen door frame all ready to go. There we go. Got some nice tension on it there. This is a pretty easy, simple way to get some more tension on the frame. It's also got a little bit of a wider print area. And I mean, we can custom order these to fit whatever size frame you're looking to get. So definitely keep that in mind as you're watching this. A lot of these frames can be ordered in a custom size. Our next frame we're looking at are the screw frames. This one's already been screwed in. You'll see the screws on the side there. And then here's where we're starting with this one. We got these channels right here with these screws. And these channels are going to start all the way against the inside right there. And then as you stretch your frame, the screws are going to pull that channel back to the outside, and that's going to give you your tension. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. These are D-bars, which lock in the mesh. That's very important with this system. And again, shiny side up with these. The MiScreen frames are all shiny side to sticky. These are all going to be shiny side up. Got my D-bars here. All I got to do, lock the mesh in place, just like that. This might be a little better view for you, seeing what I'm doing here. And I like to kind of pull at it. Just start off with some solid tension, and it's in the grooves. Just push it down, and that'll lock it in place. Now I've got my little power drill. You'll see it's not quite as don't quite have the tension we're looking for. So I'm just gonna screw these in, and that's gonna pull those bars back, giving you that tension. See if we can't get you a better view on those bars moving. You can see it starting against there, and you'll see it start moving out as I. You can see that that gap starting to form on the top there. That's where you're getting all that tension from. And I always, if there are 3 screws on a side, I always start in the middle and then make my way to the outsides. Then tap the middle one more time just to make sure we're all good there. So 2 more sides left, and this screen will be ready to start printing. These frames are also great because you can control the tension just by how much you screw these in. So if you're doing a multicolor job and you want all your screens the same tension, these make that really easy to get. All good there, ready for printing and everything. So yeah, we got a lot of different framing options. Definitely give us a call if you want to look into any of these a little further. And keep in mind, tomorrow, 1 p.m., we've got another Facebook Live. We're coming back with those, so definitely join us there. Bring some questions prepared. It's just going to look essentially like a trade show. We're going to be showing off our different systems and open to any and all questions. Hope to see y'all there.